What's up, Marvel fans? Just what's up, that's all. So anyways, it is Thursday. You know what that means. It is time for some MCU talk. And tonight we are talking about She-Hulk Episode 3. And we've got some Marvel Cinematic News, teasers, and speculation about what's to come for you. So don't miss out. This is the FOMO Show. All right, guys, I am Dylan.
I'm Quinn. Hi.
And so, whether you're watching on Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, wherever, we appreciate you guys jumping in. And don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that little bell icon so that you know when we drop new videos, when we go live, and all that fun stuff. So, yeah. Big like. Go ahead and just hit it right now. Appreciate that. And if you want to see more stuff, videos like this, hit that subscribe button and share, man. Big helps. I mean, to me personally, that's a big help. So I really appreciate the like and the share. Thank you so much. We're friends now. So, yeah, thank you. Also, I mean, if you want to, dang it, they keep freezing our account. But if you want to drop us a couple dollars in the support thing, you can get to that link through the description. And don't forget to check out that website at www.broken.pictures.com. That's a new little quirk I just added just then.
That's how the magic happens, folks.
Why do you sound like a turtle?
Because both my nostrils are not working. So everything's going through one hole. That's what she said.
Not worthy. Anyways, yeah. Special notes: just stay healthy out there, Quint. It's not COVID. It's not a tumor.
It's not a tumor. Oh, yes. Stay healthy, folks. The winter is coming.
And if you're a Game of Thrones fan, winter is back.
If you're a Lord of the Rings fan,
2 episodes tonight.
Actually, right now.
Yeah.
An hour and a half.
But don't go watch that right now.
Wait.
You just watch She-Hulk. Just hang out for just a little bit. I mean,
yeah.
Got to talk about this.
We do.
There's some things here you might not notice. It seems pretty straightforward, but there's some stuff. There's some stuff.
Once again, why did the show come first?
I know, right?
So, all right.
So,
here we go. All right. Is it me? It's me. If you haven't left now, this is your last chance because this is your spoiler alert. You don't realize how much you use your nasals until you can't use them.
Your nasals. And how much little oxygen to the brain affects you.
Yes. In this episode of the FOMO Show, we will be talking.
Sorry.
In this episode of the FOMO Show, we will be talking about She-Hulk Episode 3. So if you haven't watched that, pause this, go watch that, and then come back. You have been warned. Unless you want to be spoiled. Yeah.
Maybe you're into that kind of thing. I mean, I don't judge.
There's a I can't make that joke on this show. All right. Episode 3. I can't do it. Episode 3. The People versus Emil Blonsky. She-Hulk represents Emil Blonsky, a.k.a. Abomination, but his hearing doesn't go as planned.
Why do you sound all verklempt? Pick a topic. Discuss amongst yourselves.
I'll be laying down.
Only people from older generations would get that joke. SNL, Mike Myers.
Harif, harif, haruf.
What is that from?
That's from Wizard of Oz.
Oh. Okay. Anywho, yeah. So, what did you think of the episode, sir?
Well, I will rate it a 15 She-Hulks out of 10.
What?
Yeah.
15. This one got you, huh?
It got me. They just keep stacking it up, and I'm like, and then, and the crew showed up at the end, and I was like, is that? No way it is. The motherfucker has a crowbar. I was like, oh yeah, this show's perfect. So yeah.
Yeah. An enchanted crowbar.
An enchanted crowbar. I was like, they did. They did.
Yeah. I mean, we knew they were coming, but just like
I actually did.
From the trailer, really?
I wasn't paying that much attention, I guess.
Oh,
So
okay.
it got me, and I was like, is that? No. Yeah.
Yeah, the Wrecking Crew.
I was pleasantly surprised. The Wrecking.
But this isn't going to be one of those shows where you expect to see a cameo every week.
We got like 3. Her breaking
Unrelated.
that, yeah. Her breaking that fourth wall and all that good jazz.
Mm-hmm.
Like this, yeah. This episode was. I don't know. It just hit that sweet spot. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was Megan Thee Stallion or what.
I feel like after we end the show, we got to come back and do a twerking, like after credit scene, just the two of us, just for you, internet.
It's for you.
Stick around to the end and see if it actually happens. Don't worry, it's not gonna happen. Immediately, Shay comments. That's his wife.
Yes. So, what would you rate the episode?
Oh man, you got me feeling all awkward about the 15.
It's fun.
Like I feel 10 like isn't good enough. Like I feel it was a pretty great episode.
It was.
Yeah, so I mean I'm gonna go with 10. Like because like not only did like the whole fourth wall breaking happen, but like so like she gains. It seems like when she steps into fourth wall breaking, she gains knowledge of the outside world that she doesn't normally have, like inside of her world. Like she's playing a character.
She becomes, a simple way to put it, because anyone who breaks the fourth wall, they instantly become omniscient. Because like Deadpool breaks the fourth wall, he knows everything that's going around in the entire Marvel universe.
It's just like in that moment where he's doing it, right?
When Joker breaks the fourth wall, he knows everything. When Doctor Fate broke the fourth wall not too recently. There was an issue of the Flash comic. The cover originally was Flash running, but then you see like the edge of it like starting to peel back, and as you keep going, it's Dr. Fate peeling everything away to talk to you because he needs the reader's help in that issue.
Oh, that's cool.
Yes.
Like, I need you.
So
that's like some classic comic shenanigans right there. That's amazing. Yeah, look for Dr. Fate in the Black Adam movie coming up.
Shazam! Yep.
if we get that crossover, because I don't think the current Shazam or Shazam family can stack up against Black Adam, who's like catching missiles and shit.
He'll whoop their actual ass. Yeah, so yeah, it's really She-Hulk is just such a good show. Why were they holding on to this for so long?
I know, right? Like this is like I feel like this is what we've been asking for.
It's the most MCU.
They had to make us want it. They had to make us want it.
Wow, I didn't realize Disney was in the BDSM. That's fine. Okay.
Yes, Daddy Puggy. Yes. Just Marvel.
Just Marvel. I mean, all right, yeah, sure.
Mickey's not out of the closet yet. Oh my god. Yeah. All right. So yeah, Wong, key witness, right? And
Yeah.
in Blonsky's trial. Obviously, being Wong, like not showing up on time, like, so there seems to be something else, like another layer of something going on with Wong about his battle to become Sorcerer Supreme. Like he had to like prove himself in battle. In a cage match, though, like how many battles has Wong been in that he hasn't proved himself?
He was training. He needed to train to prove himself. Like he was using Abomination to train for becoming Sorcerer Supreme.
So, I mean, when
which is a lie.
Right? It's a complete lie. That's what I'm getting at. Is that how many battles has Wong been in and he hasn't proven himself? And when we see that scene in Shang-Chi, it seems like this is like an ongoing thing that they're doing. Like it's like, oh, see you next time. You know what I mean?
First time they got caught.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, because I mean, yeah, because you know that like you said, Wong was up there. He got that kick to the chest. That he was like, all right, I'll show you what's what. Then he opens up portal, make
that hurt, Blonsky.
So yeah, but I'm trying to feel like. So why do you think Wong lied?
I don't know exactly. There's definitely something else going on. I mean, also the fact that according to Wong's LinkedIn profile or whatever that was, he's also like an associate at the Carmitage Target.
What?
Yeah, exactly.
Okay.
So like, I mean, is this like in a mall or like a, you know, like those, like on campus, they'll have like a little campus store that's like a smaller version of it. At Camertage, there's like a Target.
Why? Whatever.
I don't know.
Okay.
I mean, they're not savages. They've got Wi-Fi.
They're not. They have Wi-Fi, but
So-
a Target. All right, fam. Product
It's
placement.
beautiful this time of year out here.
Apparently, yes. But which time of year is it? That's the funny thing.
I don't know.
Because we know from Doctor Strange and Spider-Man, Wong became Sorcerer Supreme within that 5 years that Strange was gone.
Mm-hmm.
And this show clearly takes place after that.
Yeah.
So what is Wong actually really? What is he really hiding?
What is he up to?
Which
Oh, also, by the way, I just want to say it looks like we're dropping frames. I don't know what's going on with our internet over here, but if it drops frames or whatever, I apologize. Or if it gets choppy or if it cuts out, I apologize. We'll try to amend that as much as we can, but just the internet over here is just crappy. Like I even got a recent like discount to upgrade it. It ended up being cheaper than my normal thing, and I don't know
It's
what's
still
happening.
being
It's still
bad.
dropping frames and acting funky.
It happens, folks. Technology. This is what happens when you go live. Do. Wow. But yeah. So I think
Took me a moment to find it.
with Wong lying about several things.
I almost get the like. It's obviously it's not obviously Wong, but I almost get like the campy like thing that the she elf is doing. Like it seems almost like somebody is impersonating him.
Yeah, I mean, I'm about to say it would be hard to impersonate this mess, but if they can do magic, you can do this.
She can do magic.
Yeah.
So, I mean, she is using the same type of magic that Frigga learned, and the same kind that she showed Loki
Yeah.
to transform herself. The same thing. I mean, it's the same like energy type of thing that Loki uses when he transforms.
Yep.
So, I mean,
I help you.
it's weird.
Quid pro quo, but
Why would that be
a
her
thing.
doing that? But
yeah.
I mean, for it does seem kind of suspect that they introduce that type of
Character.
that type of character in this episode with Wong acting crazy.
Yeah. with Wong and
or it's just like one of those little one-off things where they're they're just like, okay, hey, Wong's just being silly.
Yeah. Or he's he's hiding the greater threat because he could know exactly what could actually be coming or what's coming on, or Wong could be actually part of the Thunderbolts or whatever else.
That'd be pretty crazy. I mean, remember the Spider-Man No Way Home trailer where we were convinced that was not Doctor Strange. He was not. He doesn't act that way. But then, I mean, this is actually the show and not a teaser. But in the actual movie, he acted differently, which was more true to his character.
Yeah.
Which might have been a response to the trailer, changing it or something with reshoots. I don't know.
Or
potentially
them just doing that stuff to throw fans off of whatever said.
Yeah, exactly. But Wong's acting fishy. That's for sure.
Yeah. Which is weird for Wong.
The fact that he I got your message, and it's because he fell for her paralegal's thirst trap. Just a picture of her with some books. He's like,
That's
he reached out to her, and she was like, "Hey, we need you in court."
Damn. Strange is over there. Wong should stop being so, what the kids say, thirsty. And just walks away.
I need to see that scene. I need to see that scene of him and Doctor Strange. Hey, Stephen, what do you think of her? Wong? It's gonna be like one of those Thor and his roommate type scenes. Please show us that scene. Please show us. Oh my gosh, I need to see that. If that would have been the after credit scene this episode, that would have been perfect. Although the Megan Thee Stallion is pretty amazing.
Yeah.
She's MCU canon now. Along with all of the Me Too guys.
Oh my god. This show is so aware of itself.
It's so good. Like I was just watching a breakdown. I think it was Screen Crush that pointed out of the 37 MCU movies, only 5, maybe 6 if you count Eternals, had female leads, and everybody's losing their, and not everybody, but these dudes are losing their minds. Why you gotta make everything female? It's like, bruh, it's not even half.
Which 5?
So you've got of course Miss Marvel, Black Widow, Captain Marvel,
Count She-Hulk?
I guess She-Hulk and something else. I can't remember right now. I'd have to look at Disney Plus.
Would you count Ant-Man and Wasp? I guess not.
Not as well. I guess she's a female lead. She's in the title, but she's not like the lead. I guess.
Yeah. Okay.
It makes me want to look now. But according to Screen Crush, yeah.
Huh. Sad.
Yeah, it's not even. Yeah.
Huh.
But yeah, that's pretty crazy. WandaVision.
Oh yeah. So, yeah, it is, but it's very fun when shows are aware of their own, like
Agent Carter.
When shows are aware of their own. What's the word for it, Dylan?
Their own.
Not.
They go meta.
Yeah, they go meta. Not publicity. Aware of their own clout, I guess.
Pop culture, I guess.
Oh, we'll say aware of their own clout for the time being. Whether it be, whatever form it may come in, and then they use that and feed off of it themselves.
You know, it's like after we were clowning on what's his face last week that you sent in the group chat.
Oh,
Ben Shapiro, who was
yes.
like, this is like pro-feminist crap. And it's like, okay, bro. First of all, there's a difference between like a feminist. A feminist, by definition, is just someone who believes women are equal to men as humans. Pretty much everybody's a feminist by that definition.
By that definition,
unless you're just a raging male wiener dude.
Male wiener dude.
Yeah. Unless you're just a raging masoch or not masochist, but chauvinist, male chauvinist. But of course, then you've got your like uber feminists. I guess it's not even. I wouldn't even like call them feminists. Like people who believe that women are superior to men. And I mean, of course, that's out of balance because it's just as wrong as believing that men are superior to women.
Yep.
It's like, right? I mean, feminist is not the same as believing women are superior to men, even though it seems to be lumped in with like the common people. Like that's not what that is. There's a difference. Like, if you believe that men and women are equal as humans, then you're basically a feminist. Like, I mean, that had to be a thing because of how women have been treated throughout history.
Yeah.
I mean, that's not...
Especially in the workplace.
Yeah, exactly.
So...
And so, I mean, that's... Don't go there.
And she is in a work environment where it is
Obviously,
literally... We've seen 3 women in there the entire time. Like, actually on camera, when I count the background. Because I'm sure they peppered folks in there, but like on camera within that law firm, we've seen 3 women. Her paralegal, whose name is escaping me right now, and the newest woman who appeared in the back today.
Oh, you mean like main character women's?
Uh-huh.
Women's. Yeah, who is also a main character from the comics, and her name is escaping me right now. Yeah, I think is it Veronica? Veronica? That doesn't sound right.
Something
Quinn screams from his nose. From the law firm. It's some her name does start with an M if I'm not mistaken. But it's like the woman that is in the same branch as her, but there's like doesn't like her.
Veronica. I feel like it's Veronica, but it
Sounds like a Veronica. It's like that's the type of name
Yeah.
that Veronicas usually are. She's not a Betty. She's a Veronica.
It's Veronica. Yeah.
So we got her introduction.
Veronica
Of course, freaking Dennis is like the embodiment of all the male chauvinist bullcrap and all that stuff that they're clowning on. I love how they're dealing with like this being a woman show, and they're like flipping it on its ear.
Yes.
You know, it's pretty great.
Homie real deal thought he was dating Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah. She had so much pleasure sitting on the stand saying, yes, he is so full of himself.
He was like, I'm hurt, but I get my money.
And then the elf got put in jail for impersonating a judge.
Asgardians are a menace. I don't. If anyone else has said it, I will say it. Asgardians, as a whole, are a menace. Are what?
Asgardians.
Asgardians. They are asses.
Yeah. Thor was when he first came too. Like they are superior. They're superior than everybody.
And they're just running around using magic willy-nilly, causing havoc. Just dang, stay in New Asgard.
Which brings me to another point that it almost seemed like a throwaway line where she was like, "Wait a minute, Dennis, did Dennis just give me an idea about the inhibitor chip?"
Yep.
For Blonsky. So that has huge implications moving forward.
Yep.
Because if you think about what Thunderbolt Ross was trying to do with the Sokovia Accords and keeping superpowered individuals in check, like that's the next step, because people like Cap did not accept it willingly. Then they're going to have to. They have to do this, right?
They gotta
and of course
neutralize
that leads to the X-Men and everything, right?
Yep. It leads to a whole dark future. X-Men just can't be happy. So, but yeah. And with Wolverine being in somewhere in the MCU, he's somewhere on the planet.
Yeah. Mutants are definitely a thing already.
They are, like, the seeds for the future have been planted. And that's, once again, why did we get the show first? That's going to be my thing this entire time.
I don't know. So it could make fun of the MCU, and like it had to make us hate the MCU and then turn it and be like so MCU is out there doing its best and we're just like, what are you doing, MCU?
What are you doing?
MCU shows up behind us. Haha, look at that MCU. And we're just like, yeah.
Yeah, he's funny. Attaboy.
Good job, MCU. Kevin Feige's a genius.
So, but yeah, it was, so Hitter Chips being in there, Blonsky's 7 soulmates are actually 7 women.
You literally. I can't name them. One of them's name is Blair. I know that.
One of them had a very
little bit of Monica. Didn't know.
Yeah. Veronica. I think one of them was named Veronica. I think that's where I came in my mind. And there was Venezuela, something like that. One of them was like really like out there, and I was like, oh, I like that. If I won't have more children, but you know, we'll see. So yeah, but I'm kind of happy that it's just like regular women, but on the surface,
yeah, just normal, everyday. Like when he turned an abomination, like they were about to faint, like he was Michael Jackson or something.
Yeah, like Michael Jackson. So yeah.
Man.
But so he gets to go live on his farm. Well, I guess not farm, meditation resort. With his, what I can only assume will become a cult. Yeah, basically. Yeah. Where everybody, it was very funny. Like, why y'all all running in here like she's not the only one who could probably stop him? We don't know how strong she is just yet because she hasn't had to go all out. So, fam, y'all should calm this down. But yeah. Along with that, trying to think what else happened.
I was trying to look up Wrecking Crew.
Oh yeah, the best scene of the entire show, because I was like, what is this and why? At the very, like, when the dude came up and grabbed her, it's like, why is he grabbing her? What does he think is gonna happen? And then she turns into She-Hulk, and they up there, and then the dudes start coming up and like, no way they actually are.
Get these guys right here.
The second I saw,
along with like some crazy news this week, that
apparently,
like we're getting a Wonder Man series confirmed by the trade papers, and we're going to see Trevor Slattery reappear.
He hurt me. So hurt me so much. But yeah, let's talk about the Wrecking Crew, not about the thing that hurt me. The Wrecking Crew showed up. They were definitely the MCU Wrecking Crew. If you were ever going to do it, this would be the way to do it. They got Asgardian empowered construction tools.
Yeah.
That
he's sitting there wearing his construction hat. What do you rob an Asgardian construction worker? And they're like,
yeah.
That's the gist of it. It's basically comics. Only in the comics it's worse. Yep. It's not like they weren't empowered until like the leader was. So like he had a crowbar, and somehow it became enchanted and was struck by lightning,
Yep.
and which empowered all the other. Yeah.
Residual energy just seeped off into everybody else, and they were like, "Oh, what's this?" They're like, "Oh, wow, that was deeper than I've ever gone before. That was weird."
With Thunderball being called by name, so we got one Wrecker, which is the leader, right? We got Thunderball, Pile Driver, and Bulldozer.
Yep.
Who were, for some reason, trying to stick her and get some blood.
Because the boss needs it.
The boss needs it.
So this is who's the boss? I think there's a lot of ideas of who's the boss.
Tony Danza, damn it.
Tony Danza's Mr. Sinister. Tony Danza's now the leader for some reason.
Hold me closer, Tony Danza.
So, I mean, there's possibilities of who it could be. Hopefully, it's probably going to be a Hulk villain, but
yeah, fingers crossed that it's the leader.
Fingers crossed, it could be Kingpin.
It could be Kingpin, because we know Daredevil is going to show up in this series, and She-Hulk takes place on the West Coast, and Daredevil is from the East Coast. So why is he
all the way over here?
Why is he there? Why is he all the way across? Just to show up in a yellow outfit and basically Night Monkey the whole thing. It's like, who's this? This can't be Daredevil. He's in a yellow outfit. No, this is Player Plevel. I don't know.
Player Plevel?
I don't know.
This is Platypus Extreme.
It's Perry. Anybody seen Perry?
I can't do it.
That was pretty good.
But yeah, so we could see, we know the Asgardians just running around being actual menaces to society. We could they could get more empowered Asgardian weapons and come back to give a She-Hulk an actual fight. But remember, like back in the first episode, I said we're definitely gonna see her go out there, be She-Hulk, be out there in the world, in the public eye. Folks continuously coming after her. She's racking up wins, which she's 2-0 right now.
Yeah.
Until she gets to somebody that cracks their nope, not happening this week.
Yeah, she's gonna hit that immovable force is gonna hit an unstoppable object. Thank you.
Yep.
I was like, it's wall.
And then the second she does, the first time she bleeds as She-Hulk, she will be like, "Oh snap,
Bruce!" Yeah, I'm out of the country right now.
Please leave me a voicemail and I will return at my earliest convenience. Thank you and have a good day. Namaste."
Yeah. With Hulk out of the picture and Abomination becoming free, is it all a farce? Is he being recruited by the Thunderbolts?
I feel like he will be, because his powers didn't get taken away. They've only been inhibited by the inhibitor chip, or whichever.
And who is over the chip? The
Yeah.
DODC.
Yep.
Whom is supposedly being run by Val.
So, yep. It was probably ran by Thunderbolt Ross until
His demise.
Yep.
Which, I mean, that could be that would make perfect sense, since William Hurt, God rest his soul, is dead. He died
Early this year.
Yeah. Was it this year? Oh my gosh. So if Val has taken his place and names the Thunderbolts in his honor, like that would be a smooth transition, I think. I mean, except that they'd have to reinvent remix Red Hulk if they're gonna do that.
There's ways to do it, because I mean they could.
Where's Betty? Where's Betty?
They could definitely. She could be Red She-Hulk, which would be uber cool.
Yeah. Liv Tyler, come back.
Yeah.
I mean, Lord of the Rings is back, and you ain't with it.
You ain't with it.
Come back to the MCU.
Come here. We got a seat waiting for you. So yeah, I mean there was this other idea that I had that I was like, they probably wouldn't do that, to where they would like, if they still wanted Thunderbolt Ross quotations to be around, they could, give him a son. They could do all sorts.
That's true.
There's all sorts of ways they could go about it.
Yeah, I was just thinking the same thing about if Liv Tyler didn't want to come back and they wanted to go with somebody younger, they could, like, I mean.
What was Blank Vision? Way back when? They put
Wonder Man's brain cells
inside Vision.
Yeah, but who was in love with Wonder Man at the time? Wanda.
But she's dead.
Is she though?
She's not dead. We all know she's not dead.
I mean, with the running thing of giving Wanda trauma, she finds peace, settles down with Wonder Man, who then has, through whatever Thunderbolts or whatever connection he didn't know beforehand, lent his brain scan to the government.
Oh.
And Vision comes back, like, is full Vision. But now she's torn between two men that she loves.
Tear them in half and stitch them together.
You can go the full King Solomon route. Just tear it in half, and the one that cries out gets her.
Yep.
Speaking of, saw 30 years of 3,000 years of longing. It was really good, by the way. You seen it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was really good.
Cool. Is that the Genie one?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes.
Yeah, George Miller.
Yeah.
From Mad Max. Did that one. It's pretty good.
Jeez.
There's a King Solomon connection because Genie 3,000 years.
Yeah.
He knew him.
I don't like Wonder Man. He's not
on a personal level.
On a personal level,
he's not a nice person.
He's not at the top of the list of characters that I think I don't like. Well, that I know that I don't like, but he's in the top 6. He's in the top. He's in the top 10, not the top 5. Top 5, you're irredeemable.
Wow.
So, Cyclops is up there. I'm sorry, Dylan.
Which Cyclops? Like comic Cyclops or movie Cyclops?
Yeah, a little bit of both, but mostly comic Cyclops.
Yeah. Like they ruined Cyclops, man. Wolverine.
They were in a throuple.
Huh?
They were in a throuple.
I don't want to hear that.
So,
they finally just gave in. It was like, okay, fine, Wolverine, join us. Because Jean's over there. Ooh, Scott, please.
Basically. I mean, still to this day, Green Lanterns will be at the top. But, yeah. So, yeah, no, Wonder Man.
So, are we going to get
Nathan Fillion?
Nathan Fillion as Wonder Man? Originally, he was cast as Wonder Man as a cameo for Guardians of the Galaxy 2, because he was going to be on the theater posters in Missouri.
I mean, I think they might like hit back to that, maybe, but we'll see. Of like Wonder Man being a movie, because they also did confirm, I think
he's a movie star.
Yeah, they also confirmed in one of these episodes that comic books exist.
Yep.
So comic books and like superhero movies, those things still exist. So that could inspire somebody to become an actual Wonder Man.
I mean, Titania is an influencer.
Yeah.
So I mean, the seeds are there.
Seeds are there. So, because I mean, not saying like Nathan Fillion is too old to play the role, but I don't know how much they plan on doing with it and how long he would want to.
Right.
Do it.
Yeah. Is it going to be like one of these Moon Knight things where they're just going to kind of like have them show up? However, Moon Knight and Scarlet Scarab are rumored to show up in another property coming up, but I cannot remember which one it was.
The Halloween one?
I don't think it was that one. I think it was
Missed ass opportunity.
Well, I mean, I imagine we'll see him in there at least as a cameo. We better. Werewolf by Night.
I mean,
that's his origin story.
Nail on the head. So, yeah. But
With all the comic accurate stuff we're getting, I doubt they'll miss that opportunity.
Yeah. So, yeah, we got. Who we got? Waterman getting a show. Indifferent.
Yeah. So D23 is coming up in the next week. I think it's the 9th, 10th, and 11th of September.
I don't work.
And then we're probably going to get all these announcements
Yeah.
of future shows to kind of fill in those gaps.
Teasers and all those
Mm-hmm.
things.
Mm-hmm.
They did a special premiere, well, a special re-release in theaters of Rogue One. And then after the movie, they did a sneak peek of the first episode of Andor.
Oh, really?
I talked to someone who went to it. They said they actually like really enjoyed the first episode, like the whole kind of spy thriller thing of it.
Mm-hmm.
And then Andor and Saul Guerrero, their dynamic and chemistry was groovy gravy.
Nice.
So
Groovy gravy. You heard it here first.
groovy gravy. So, but yeah, She-Hulk is expanding the MCU in funny ways, but also real quick, the MC. I think our video started over. I'm fine.
Yeah.
Okay. But also, the MCU does this thing with like certain B and C list villains, and kind of like turn them into less of what they could be. Like they just kind of they throw them in there as like a threat, but a throwaway threat. Not even it's a mini boss, but more like a minion. Because like the Wrecking Crew, they don't give Thor a problem, but they will take down a building. All five of them fighting each other. Like
Because Wrecking Crew.
because the Wrecking Crew, like the Shockers and fighting Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Like Shocker with his full gauntlets, fam could like destroy a whole city street if he really needed to.
Yeah. I mean, he gives Spider-Man a run for his money.
Yeah. So it's kind of it's better than them killing off every villain that shows up, I guess, because that gives them the potential of becoming more of a threat down the line. Of like,
Yeah.
I lost, now let me learn from my mistakes.
Yeah. Especially if that villain somehow becomes a fan favorite.
Yeah. So, but we'll see how that plays out with the Wrecking Crew and who they're working for.
Yep. I want to say it's Fisk. I hope it's the leader because they haven't done anything with that, and we're getting something coming up with Hulk that they're laying the groundwork for.
Yeah.
Of course, that could be a whole different direction, and the leader would just be not applicable at the moment. Even though it would still be great to have him scheming in the background and behind some of the things or whatever. But
I think by the end of the show, Jennifer Walters is either going to be a defender or an avenger. Because Daredevil showing up, I think he might low-key just try to be putting together a group of folks. Because especially if it is Swallow, if it is Fisk. Don't laugh too much, but you'll die. Just because if it is Fisk, and like he realizes Fisk is putting together like his own little like team or whatever to try to acquire the stuff, that he's gonna be like, fam, I might need your help. He doesn't want to ask, but he knows that if he tries to do it alone, he's going to die.
So why would Fisk want She-Hulk's blood outside of just being Fisk?
She's a Hulk because
I mean
she. Go ahead.
No, I was just saying, like, they're like, there's no like huge direct connection. You know what I mean? Like Kingpin is yeah, he's Kingpin, but he's more connected with like the ground level heroes like Spider-Man and Daredevil.
So you remember the old Spider-Man cartoon
Mm-hmm.
and how Kingpin was always in there, but he was always like in his big old giant tower and always working on having somebody work on something scientific or whatever, and he'd be like, "Wow, it'll be great, and we'll sell it off to the military." He gets a hold of a controlled Hulk's blood and able to synthesize it into a serum. And like then bring about the second version of the super serum.
Yeah, because he's probably most likely fully aware that Thunderbolt Ross has been itching for that for a while.
So
And the government's been wanting it for a while. Obviously because of the super soldier serum with Cap and everything.
Yep.
I think we've talked about that before. We've pitched that idea like when he first showed up in what was the show?
Hawkeye?
Yeah, when he first showed up in Hawkeye, I think we pitched that idea that somehow he could be the one behind building
The Thunderbolts.
the Thunderbolts.
Yep. I mean, he could definitely.
Or at least be like the one. Shoot, what is it called? Basically, campaigning the government for
Lobbyist.
a lobbyist.
Uh huh. Most definitely. Yeah, they're just at his beck and call at that point.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So, I think the thing like that of, going around getting these enhanced individuals' bloods to see what makes them tick and what makes them so different, synthesizing that into a way that can be used, or even if it's not Fisk and it's, god dang, who was Peter Dinklage? Cannot think of the name.
Trask.
Could be Trask. Could be like if they just like introduce an X-Men villain or scientist, because there's freaking ton of them. I feel like that would be even cooler than introducing one of the heroes first.
Yeah, because you build the threat and then you have the need for the heroes.
Yep.
Instead of like the other way around, where it's like every time there's been like the hero arises and then the villain like isn't like an answer to like in Batman, you know, it's like, oh, you dress like a bat, they dress like this, you know.
Yep.
Now it's the other way around, and it seems more genuine. Where it's like, okay, now we have to raise it because these people are getting nuts.
Yep. X-Men.
Get nuts. Let's get nuts.
X-Men and other heroes come out of hiding because they're he could be hunting them secretly. There could be I'm not gonna say Secret Wars. There could
everything freezes and the man in the wheelchair rolls in. There's something I need to speak to you about.
Yep. That's all right.
Giancarlo Esposito has spoken to Marvel about apparently multiple roles, including Magneto and Professor X, but he wants Professor X. How do you deny that man what he wants? I personally like him for a villain because he does it so well.
Yeah.
But I can see him not wanting to play the villain anymore. However, from a certain point of view, Professor X
he's
is
not
the best.
Not a great guy. he's on that list with like Hank Pym and all them of not being the best of guys.
Right.
So, but yeah, it would also be really cool to see, more of a tortured hero, because we've gotten tortured hero light in the MCU.
Tortured hero what?
Light.
Oh.
Yeah, we had tortured hero light. So Tony with his stuff and
they alluded to his alcoholism.
So there's that, and then in Iron Man 3, his PTSD from going up in there and yeeting a bomb into space.
Mm-hmm.
So, like I said, it's a bit like a villain light. Thor, not too much. He's just been kind of like...
yeah. I mean, Wanda's the most traumatized, but...
Wanda's super
it's like she broke bad completely.
Yeah. that was
It's too far.
it was
a
like,
little too far.
it's like, fam, this is a horror movie. I did not come here for this.
They said from day one it was going to be a horror movie.
Yeah,
It's like, this is the most horror that we've ever horrored
I'm like,
in the
what?
MCU.
I'm like, stay away from the water. Don't go air any water. Oh, no, y'all are so dead. But yeah.
Sadly, Doctor Strange 1 was still better. Bring Scott Derrickson back. Sorry. Unpopular opinion, maybe, but
That was fun. I mean, Strange 2 could have been a lot of things, but it was...
it's too short. It was about 30 minutes too short.
Yep. And I feel like, I don't know, like an actual epilogue would have been...
So, speaking of, that just reminded me. In one of the first drafts, there was a after credit scene where Mr. Fantastic was poring over everything that had just happened on his computer. This could potentially be part of the Council of Reeds, just another Reed, or that Reed isn't dead.
No. I mean,
they popped his head. He's dead. Okay, good point. I was thinking Spaghetti Man. But, yeah, he's most definitely dead. So, obviously, yeah, so a different Reed. Right now, casting rumors are leaning towards the actor who plays the main character of the Netflix show You, playing Reed Richards. And I don't hate it. Even though I said, I was like, okay, if it's not John Hamm or John Krasinski, then I'm out.
yeah, has to be a John.
But I don't hate this guy as Reed Richards. Like, he looks smart.
He looks smart.
He looks the role. And he's young enough to do this for like another 20 years.
But Reed's not young.
That's true. But if we're going the whole multiverse route, we've got a different looking. Like we obviously established in Loki that it could be different versions of the same one, right?
Yeah, variants and all that jazz.
Excuse me. So so one of the original ideas that Peyton Reed, the director and I think writer of Ant-Man, pitched was like a family out of time aspect where they worked with Pym and Agent Carter with establishing S.H.I.E.L.D. and back in the day, and then through Reed's research they were trapped in the negative zone or the quantum realm or whatever. And we established that when the Wasp came out of the quantum realm, she had powers. So with them coming back, they would still be young and have powers.
I would have...
And been in there, well, I guess about as long as her.
Yeah.
But the time gets funky.
Time gets funky. And I think I'm okay with that in my soul, but at the same time I'm like, it kind of feels, though I feel like folks would say it's like it's a Cap, kind of like this, them redoing Cap but with the whole Fantastic Four in a different way.
Yeah, well, I mean, that was kind of like with them being like, because they're kind of cut from the same cloth with being like OG Marvel characters.
Yeah.
So it feels right, you know what I mean?
To explain why they are the way they are. Because, I mean, I watched the newer Fantastic Four, the one that had Michael B. Jordan in it, where he was Human Torch. Mm-hmm. And that one was like modernized. Everybody was like in their mid to late 20s.
They were too young.
They were too young. The first Fantastic Four that Fox did way back when was kind of right for everybody.
Yeah.
I
enjoyed that one.
I did too. I was also a child when that came out. The second one was like, which no one, you know, they weren't gonna do it at the time.
I was excited about Silver Surfer.
Yeah, they didn't. I feel like that they
alluded to the Super Scroll, so I was like, oh, but back in the day, like we didn't get like comic accurate things. It was like they would like buffet pick different aspects, and like, we were lucky to get anything.
And then they would just kind of like, here's an idea, throw it. It was like, did you like that? Did you like that, kids? That was great. Okay, here we go.
And we were just like, yes, please, anything, please.
Yes. So yeah, there was a lot of that, but I kind of feel like it doesn't need to have that, you know, original one feel, because they're still gonna put that MCU spin on it, but it doesn't also need to be Captain America but Fantastic Four either.
Yeah.
So, because there's ways to go about it. Kang is Tony's fault, which Tony then has to come back and fix his problem.
Yeah, we might get a different Tony. I would love to see. I would love to
Tom
see
Cruise.
Please God, no. He's working on different movies. He's working on a Les Grossman movie.
Why? Okay.
Because it was a fun character. Tropic Thunder is like doesn't get enough credit, I don't think.
Tropic Thunder was really good. I enjoyed it. Robin Downey Jr. was.
He was a dude playing dressed as another dude. What do you mean, you people? Such a good movie. So anyway, speaking of casting, I would love to see RDJ come back. I mean, I don't know what else he's doing right now.
Chilling.
Enjoying his $50,000 or $50 million from the last Avengers movie or whatever. But this is who they like for. Reportedly, this is who Kevin Feige wants for Johnny Storm. Guy named Rudy Pankow from Outer Banks. He's 24, blonde. Supposedly, like he kind of embodies like that Johnny Storm
vibe.
Yeah,
I
could see it. I haven't seen Outer Banks. It's a Netflix teen drama where he plays JJ Maybank. So if people know who that is,
okay,
that's who they're potentially looking at. Rumors say, but I would say potentially for D23 that we might even get. We've got a director attached or circling or whatever, but I think that we'll probably see a casting potentially.
Yeah.
For D23 in the next couple of weeks.
I think they could go with, because it's been how many years? They could do the thing, because of what it seems like, you know, the MCU had everything stemming from the fact that Tony Stark existed. Kang has been his problem. Ultron has been his problem. The Avengers.
And they keep reminding us.
They keep reminding us that all this is stemming from that. Peter was inspired to become a superhero because of him. I think Ironheart will, we'll definitely get into that. So I think they should, to keep it as interwoven as they possibly want to, and then build off of it from there. The Fantastic Four has to be connected to Tony in some way, and I think the easiest way to do it is how long before they were seniors or already about to graduate or whatever. The expo with Mysterio's technology. They were there.
MIT.
Yep. They were there. They also got the grant money to fund their projects. They were funding their project, and then
Sorry. I was about to add on to that, but I'll let you finish.
Okay. Then, everything happens, Infinity War, that Sue gets snapped, Johnny gets snapped, Reed and Ben don't. So Reed and Ben are 5 years older than them. So Reed has aged up, gray on the side. Ben's aged up. He's a full man. Johnny's still kind of a young, spry kid. Sue Storm. Then, I don't know, somewhere around now, whenever, their project
23, 25, something like that now.
Something like that. While all this was going on, they lost the money, but they needed more money. So Reed kind of reached out to anybody else with
his
the
friend
idea.
from school.
His friend from school, who just so happened to be a king in another country.
Yeah.
And he'd be like, "Oh, hey, yeah. So I'll fund you and everything." And then one day, lo and behold, unsnap. But then the project's about ready. Sue's like, "Oh my gosh, this is so cool." And then finally, they then go off into space. But
they're snapped away by a giant thing in space.
Whatever, and this is just me being kajankery. Whatever Miss Marvel, whatever happens with the Marvels, we'll just say this happens the same time as the Marvels, causes a ripple throughout the entire universe. Okay. Where this cosmic energy just kind of flows. You'll see it. It can be like a little scene that's like in Guardians 3. They're up there fighting something, then a purple wave come through, and they're like, "What was that?" And mess up everything. You can see it in, I don't know what other movies are existing. We can see it in the Thor project. His ship is up there, just gets hit by it and spins out and lands on a moon of Sakaar. And then he has to find a way to get this. Yeah, so, but then they go up in the exact same time. Roar gets hit with it. Everything goes out, and then ship ends up starting to crash back down. But it gets saved and all that, and they get out. He reaches for Sue because something's about to crash, and arm stretches out. And, yeah, powers.
But what about all those other people get hit by the same wave?
They're already mutated. I mean, Guardians, they can just look at it, and it's hitting whatever's attacking them. Hulk, he is gamma energy.
Yeah. I was thinking that they could be inspired by the whole quantum travel that from
they could do that too.
Endgame.
Yep.
And kind of go that direction.
Who all know? Well, never mind.
You get trapped in there, and then time is wonky. They spend a decade in there and come out 5 minutes later.
Yep. And everybody's, yep, all that good jazz, and then they still have powers. And then they escape because they ran into a man who was just traveling around. He was hopping around on these moats of, I don't know, you can call them land, but they're not land. And he's just wearing this purple cloak and a green tunic under it. It's like, I know a way to get you out. When I ask for a favor later, just know I'll be calling on you. So.
Oh, and Reed pulls a Tony.
And he's like, "What's your name?" He pulls it back, Nathan. And then give a last name. It just says Nathan. And then it gets it out.
Because canonically, he's Reed's seed.
Ancestor. Yeah, well, Reed is his ancestor.
Yep. Reed is his. Oh, yeah. Fun. It's going to be fun.
Yep.
I can't wait to see how they're going to do it.
There's lots of ways. So.
Yeah. Dreamcasting is fun, though.
Dreamcasting is fun.
Speaking of, the internet is somebody on the internet is trying to fan cast Mark Mark Wahlberg as Ben Grimm.
Why? Please no. I don't want that.
How's your mother? I could see it.
God, it would be so cliche. I don't want that. A long time ago, we had said, who did we say? Oh, well, it was a super long time ago. God dang it, Ice Cube's son.
Oh,
Sean
yeah.
O'Shea Jr.?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I can't remember his name, but yeah.
But yeah. He's a rock anyway. That's fine. So.
A cube of some sort.
But yeah. So, that's.
Chip off the old ice block.
That's all I got. That's the way we would do Fantastic Four, y'all.
Be fun for days.
Yep.
Yep. That's all I got.
That's all I got.
we went off on a huge tangent. But yeah. Do you have anything else?
Nope.
Have you watched any of the I Am Groot shorts?
Nope.
I haven't either. Not good.
They're like 5 minutes long. I might
Yeah.
over the weekend. We'll see.
I wonder if there's anything like canon in there besides just random fun.
If it's on Disney Plus, it must be.
Excuse me. That means it's time to go. So, thank you guys for joining us. Hope that you will join us live 9:30-ish Central Standard Time every Thursday on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch, and all that jazz.
Yep.
So yeah, please like and subscribe and hit the little bell icon so you know when we drop new videos and when we go live and all that fun stuff. And don't forget to check out that website at www.broken.picturesnew.com. Thank you. The effort is all. Quinn's hanging in there. He's been sick. So I'm Dylan.
I'm Quinn.
And we will see you next time. Peace.
Bye.